The reason why it's so important to heal from your childhood traumas because it's gonna mess your life up. And what I mean by that is you will find yourself going through the same cycles, constantly attracting the same energies, different faces, and it'll leave you in a rut. For example, I was a victim of human trafficking and sex trafficking. And I'm thinking like, well, okay, I'm straight. It didn't bother me. I'm not abusing my kids. I'm not sexually molesting my kids. I'm not doing none of the stuff that happened to me. So I'm good. When in fact, I wasn't. Because I didn't speak up about it. When I did try to speak up about it, I got in trouble for it. Like I was the one who did something wrong. So I always shut everybody out. But the crazy part about it is the way it affected me was because by me not healing from it, by me not letting it go and keeping it bottled up, that was the energy that I was walking in. So I was constantly attracting that same energy with different faces, wondering why I was going through the same cycles. And it was so hard, which kept me in a depression. And it's like, you got to heal. And the first step to healing is forgiveness. And that's not for you. That's not for them. It's for you. And I know a lot of people would be like, oh, I can never forgive them for what they did to me and all this other crazy stuff. But it's not about them. It's about you. I noticed like when I started speaking up and talking about things I went through, I felt better. Like it's like a pot that's boiling with a top. At some point, everything is going to come rushing out. You feel what I'm saying? To the point where you're taking it out on your loved ones. You're not living right. You're not feeling right. You depressed. You feel what I'm saying? You got to let it go. If you don't, it's going to continue to ruin your life. You're going to continue to go through the same cycles. Your kids are going to go through what you went through, no matter how hard or how much you try to protect them from the dangers, because those are the energies that you are attracting. That's why it's so important to heal, to forgive. Like I said, it's not for them, it's for you. So you could feel better. You could talk about it. You telling your story and what you done went through can help a lot. It's a lot of people that can't tell what's going on, or, they don't feel comfortable, even with men. Like, for example, okay, I was a victim of human trafficking and sex trafficking. And I didn't really think it affected me to the point where it's like, okay, I'm not abusing my kids. I'm not molesting my kids. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a mother. I'm trying to take care of everything. I got 8 kids. So, I'm focused on my kids. I'm focused on everything that I'm supposed to do. When the whole time, by me not healing from the things that caused me trauma, thinking I'm straight, it was just like, it affected my kids. And the reason why it affected my kids is because by me walking in that energy, attracted those energies around me. For example, my kids' fathers. You feel what I'm saying? I was a victim of, like I said, I was a victim of sex trafficking. So me not knowing, I was attracting pedophiles. And it broke my heart. I didn't know at the time. I found out later down the line. And I never understood why I attracted those type of people. And it's because I was molested. I held that in. And I held that energy in. I held them demons in for so long, to the point where I see somebody and that's what I'm attracting. Not knowing, because it's not like, that's what I want, And it's like, how do you know what you're attracting if a person is wearing a mask? You can never see what you're attracting because it's the energy that you walk in. Energy recognizes energy. You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, you have to let it go. You will think it's not affecting you when it really is. to the point where, I call myself trying to keep my kids protected because of what I went through. I always prided myself to never let nothing happen to my kids. I tried to be the best mother I could be. But by me not speaking up for real, shutting down, keeping everything bottled up, that's what caused my kids to go through the traumas that I went through because of the people that I was attracting, and I did not know. I didn't know. I swear I didn't. And it's so crazy because now that I'm walking in my purpose, I see things more clearly. And it's like, I for a minute I was beating myself up about it, but it's like, I can't. I got to put on my big girl shoes and I got to do what I got to do. I got to do what I got to do. And it's like, don't let nobody make you feel no type of way because of what you went through. Men didn't went through it. Women didn't went through it. And it's so crazy because people will sit there and bash people for what they went through. But what I've learned is when you put your mouth on people, when you talk about people, you put yourself in that position to where that same thing, if not worse, is going to happen to you. Whether that's a day from now, a week from now, years from now. You got to be careful what you say about people. It's crazy because a lot of people, they won't speak up about what they've been through because they're so embarrassed. Especially like men being molested. Like, speak up about it. They won't speak up about it because they're embarrassed. But it's nothing to be embarrassed about. Let it out. And that's why men are so angry. And because they can't speak up about it. It's like they got to keep it quiet. Or they'll be looked at as a bad person. Or, because he been molested, he's gay. That don't necessarily make a person gay. And if he is, so bad, and that's his choice. But you cannot judge somebody because of what happened to them in their childhood. It's not their fault. They was a child. Like, what do you expect a person to do? You feel what I'm saying? But the first part of healing is forgiveness. And then the second part is talking about it. Forgive and talk about it. Don't be embarrassed about nothing you've been through. No, can't nobody talk about nobody. You can't feel no type of way about whatever you've been through, any childhood trauma. It don't necessarily always have to do with molestation. It could have been anything. You was just abused. Like, your parents used to beat on you, or your parents was using drugs, anything. You feel what I'm saying? You have to heal from it. Because if you don't, you're going to take that into your adulthood. Now you got mommy issues. Now you got daddy issues. And now you taking that out on your family that you supposed to be providing for. Now you taking that out on your kids. Or you taking that out on your wife. And you looking for a mama figure when that ain't what it's supposed to be. Y'all supposed to be one. Not having somebody, this and that, and you looking for a mom. No. That's supposed to be your wife. Like, you supposed to be the head and not the tail. You can't allow somebody to make you feel some type of way. Yeah, it's messed up because you went through what you went through, but at the same time, you have to heal from it. Heal. Talk about it. Even if you got to get a therapist, it don't matter. Can't nobody judge nobody. I'm telling you, when you get to speaking on the things that you've been through, I promise you, like, you will feel so much better. Like, you will feel so much better. It's like a release. And you have to forgive. Like I said, it's not for them, it's for you. You won't hold on to it. You won't take it into your next relationship. You ain't got to worry about the insecurities and this and that. I promise you, everything will work itself out. All you got to do is heal. Heal. I promise you. Pray. If you don't got nobody to talk to, pray. God will put people in your life that's there to help you. Stop pushing people away. Everybody ain't there to hurt you. Everybody ain't there to judge you. Sometimes even if you feel like that, sometimes it's a circle you in. If you around some people that you can't tell, that you can't talk to, that you can't confide in, then that's not your circle. Get out of it. You feel what I'm saying? People, the same people that'll sit up there and bash you and talk about you had the same problems you had, if not worse, as skeletons. Because now, by you not healing from the childhood traumas or you being molested, now you doing that shit to your kids. Now you doing it to other kids, and now you so angry. You don't even like kids, or you can't even handle it. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. For real. Heal. Speak on it. Love. Be open. The time is now.